Hi. Last video I posted, I was just about to go into hospital to have a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is surgery for obesity, and I was really frightened. I thought I was going to die on the operating table, or I thought I was going to die from complications afterwards, or be aware during the anesthetic or something like that, and nothing like that happened. And as you can see, I didn't die. Not only that, it wasn't even really that bad. The pain was fairly manageable. I mean, I've had 5 children, and I thought the pain was quite minimal. I was on a morphine drip with a button that I could press any time that I felt I needed pain relief, and like I said, I didn't even need it very often. Um, the, on the third day, they gave me my first food, which was a clear soup and a cup of tea. And after about an hour after eating that, I felt quite severe pain. I felt a stabbing kind of pain in my shoulder, and I had a really tight pain in my chest. And I was carrying on like a pork chop, and staff were running around everywhere thinking I was having a heart attack. And it turned out I just had wind from the operation, and when I walked around a little bit, and burped and farted, all that pain went away. Okay. There is a tube that they have hanging out the side of your tummy that drains fluid and blood from the site of the operation inside you. And on the last day that I was in hospital, they pulled that tube out, and it was yucky. I yelped very loudly. You can kind of feel it slithering through your insides, and also where they cut the skin to put the tube into you. That hurts when they're pulling it out of there. So my advice to any of you, when they tell you that they're coming back to take that tube out, pump your morphine drip a few times. But I have to say it only lasts about 2 seconds and then it's over. So it's not too bad. Okay, for 2 weeks before I had the surgery, I had to go on this disgusting Optifast meal replacement milkshake diet thing to shrink your liver to get ready for the surgery. And I started that on the 7th of February, and I was discharged from hospital on the 28th of February, and in that time I lost 25 kilos, which is 55 pounds in American language. And when I went home, I put my back out because my center of gravity had changed so rapidly. In those 3 weeks, I lost to 25 kilos, and the last week of that was spent mostly lying down in the hospital. So when I actually got up and started walking around, I had to find where my balance was again. But it was certainly worth having a sore back for 2 days in order to lose 25 kilos, that's for sure. Today's the 11th of April, and from the 7th of February until now, I've lost 36 kilos, which is 77 pounds, and everything is just easier. Walking is easier, breathing's easier. I've still got a huge double chin, but see how it's empty now? It's all the thick fat that was choking me around my throat has kind of dissolved. Bending down's easier, cutting my toenails is easier. Everything's so much easier, and I would just can't even recommend this surgery enough. If you're morbidly obese, or you know someone who's morbidly obese, I would not even hesitate to recommend the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I haven't had any problem with any food. I know that lap band patients quite often have trouble with bread or chicken getting stuck. I haven't had any trouble with anything. I can eat anything I want, just in very small quantities. And there's no dropping like with bypass patients, and there isn't the malnutrition that bypass patients can sometimes suffer from. And it's just the best thing I have ever done, and I would recommend it to anybody. I just want to share with you this rose that I grew in my front garden. Can you see the size of that? Oh,
Who are you talking to?
talking to the video, baby. I'm not very good at this yet. I don't know. Can you see how large that is? Look, as big as my hand. Smells like Turkish delight. Oh, there's a fly on it. There's a spider on it too.
Why is there a spider?